So of course, with the environmental aspect, talking about the heavy metals, the glyphosate, the parabens, toluene, xylene, so on and so forth, we know that glyphosate activates NMDA receptors, which is really driving excitotoxicity is the technical term. Neurotoxicity is more of kind of the functional term for it. So glyphosate and the glufosinate or Liberty Link that they're rolling out in place of the glyphosate, the heavy metal acquisition. And with heavy metals, I always like to drop the clinical pearl because a lot of times I think with heavy metals, the focal point becomes chelation therapy when it's like, well, I think decreasing toxic metal exposure is number one. And I think supporting the metallothionein system, which is our body's innate way of dealing with heavy metals. And that's a zinc and copper dependent protein system to essentially bind or chelate and neutralize the heavy metals. And so one of my big areas of focus is cryptopyrrole disorder and methylation status. So if we don't have enough zinc, if we don't have enough copper, if we don't have enough of our micronutrients, we are not nutritionally equipped to detoxify the heavy metals. So I don't always agree with going straight to the chelation therapy because a lot of these people are also zinc deficient, which causes a failure of the metallothionein system instead. So with all of these factors, you have to think about the toxic soup of all the pathogens, all of the dysbiotic characteristics of our microbiome, how that's causing an immune system dysregulation, and this chronic toxic burden on top of it. It becomes a very daunting problem when we think about how do we fix this at a populist global health or public health level. But it's also like what I love about this conversation is it's actually a pretty beautifully simplistic